Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are, it is right now. You are right here. My name is Manuel, and it's my pleasure to welcome you. Today is day 50 of the show, and I have to congratulate you for making the best decision of the day to spend some time with me. Let's get started. Right out the gate, let me say something because I want to be very clear about this. If you are anti war, genuinely anti war, I absolutely respect that. If your instinct is always to say, I don't want bombs, I don't want death, I don't want destruction, I get it. That is a very human instinct. That is a very moral instinct. And I think that is a very good instinct. But what I'm seeing right now in this country, especially today with these so called No Kings protests, is something a bit different from all that. What I'm seeing is not just anti war sentiment, what I'm seeing is a dangerous level of ignorance. And in some cases, unfortunately, whether people realize it or not, it's turning into de facto support for one of the most oppressive regimes on earth, especially when it comes to how it treats women. And I'm referring to the Islamic Republic of Iran. Now, at this moment, I want to talk directly, respectfully, but honestly, to the women in this country who are out there protesting today. Because if you care about women's rights, and I believe most of you do, then you need to understand exactly what women have been enduring in Iran for the last 47 years. So let's start right at the beginning. 1979, the Islamic Revolution. That's when the current regime took power, and almost immediately, one of the first things they did was impose mandatory hijab laws. Not suggestions, not cultural preferences, laws. By the early 1980s, if a woman in Iran did not cover her hair properly, she could be harassed, arrested, imprisoned, or even flogged lawfully up to 74 lashes. And this isn't some relic of the past. This is ongoing right now to this very day, this very moment in 2026. Women are stopped in the street by the morality police. Let me repeat that. The morality police. And these morality police, they drag these women into vans, they detain them, they threaten them, and it can be for something as apparently minor as having a strand of hair showing. That's the daily life of women in the Islamic Republic of Iran. Now, let's talk about a name the world should never forget. Mahsa Amini. Let me repeat that. I want you to remember the name. Mahsa Amini. She was 22 years old. She was arrested in 2022 for, quote, improper hijab. She died in custody, beaten, murdered. And this brutality sparked protests across Iran, where women risked everything just to say enough. What did the regime do? Obviously, they responded with force. Women, young women, teenagers, were shot, beaten, arrested. And we know from credible reports that women were being deliberately targeted with shotgun pellets to the face, to the chest, and to their genitals. That's not policing. That's barbarism. That's brutality. Another name I want to mention, I want you to remember. Armita Geravand. One more time. Armita Geravand. 16 years old. A child. She was confronted over hijab enforcement, and this confrontation led to her collapsing, going into a coma, and being declared brain dead at the age of 16. And for those who are arrested, it gets worse behind closed doors. We're talking about torture, beatings, psychological abuse, forced confessions, and yes, horrifyingly, sexual abuse in a detention as well. Women being broken down until they say whatever they're told to say. And this isn't just rogue behavior. This is supported by the Iranian legal system. In Iran, a woman's testimony is worth less than a man's. In Iran, women have fewer rights in marriage and divorce. And in Iran, child marriage is still allowed. So even when women are victims, the system is not on their side. And then there's the matter of executions. You see, Iran executes more women than almost any other country in the world. Dozens in a single year. Many of them executed after spending their entire life enduring abuse. So, let's call this what it is. This is not a misunderstanding. This is not cultural nuance. This is a system many experts now call gender apartheid, a system designed to control women through fear, force, and violence. Now, let's bring it back right here where we are in the United States, because this is where things go off the rails. I see women in America saying that at this moment in time in the United States, this here is like the Handmaid's Tale. Oh, no. It isn't. You are protesting right now in public, freely, without fear of being beaten, shot, or disappeared. That alone tells you everything you need to know. And here's the key point. You can oppose war. You can oppose President Trump. You can disagree with everything he says. That's your right as an American. But when the opposition becomes so automatic, so reflexive, that you start echoing narratives that benefit the Iranian regime, sister, you have lost the plot, because that regime is not theoretical, it's not hypothetical, it is actively right now oppressing, torturing, and killing women and girls. And here's the reframe, the part I want you to remember. You're watching two movies on the same screen. In one movie, American women are marching, chanting, posting, debating, exercising the full power of freedom. In the other movie, Iranian women are risking their lives just to exist outside of control, being beaten, imprisoned, and killed for the smallest act of defiance. Same word gets used in both movies, though, oppression. But those are not the same movie, not even close. And if you can't tell the difference between those two movies, then the problem isn't the system you're protesting. The problem is your lens. All right. That's enough for today. We'll continue next time. And as always, be useful.